இன்னைக்கு electrostaticsல இருந்து 12th standard syllabusல இருந்து once again we are going to discuss about the another topic. So what is the another topic? It is a difference between electrostatic force and gravitational force. Difference between the electrostatic force and gravitational force. So we know that what is the, according to the Coulomb's law, what is the formula for the electrostatic force? F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Q1 Q2 by R square. This is what the electrostatic force according to the Coulomb's law. And there is a gravitational force F. This is what we know that G m1 m2 by G m1 m2 by R square. G m1 m2 by R square. This force we already know that F is equal to the electrostatic force. We know that K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So this is the electrostatic force according to the Coulomb's law. This is the gravitational force according to the Newton's gravitational law. Gravitational law. So F is equal to G m1 m2 by R square. This we know very well. So we are going to differentiate these two laws. So what we are going to differentiate? We know that the value of K is equal to the value of K. We know K is equal to 9 to 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square C minus 2. So you look at this particular value K, it has got a very huge value. It has got a very huge value. And you know that there is a gravitational constant value G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. We compare these two constants. K, it has got a very high value. G, it has got a very small value. It has got a very small value. So you see here, this is the force. This is the constant K, you know. So we can say what are all the difference. So difference we can say that number one, the force is the electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the 2 point charges. Product of the magnitude of the 2 point charges. How can we write? F directly proportional to product of the magnitude of the 2 point charges. ரெண்டு பாயிண்ட் சார்ஜஸையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி அதுக்கு டைரக்ட்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனலா இருக்கு என்னது எலக்ட்ரோஸ்டாட்டிக் ஃபோர்ஸ். இங்க வரும் டைரக்ட்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸ் இஸ் டைரக்ட்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு தி ப்ராடக்ட் ஆஃப் டூ மாசஸ். ப்ராடக்ட் ஆஃப் தி டூ மாசஸ் ஆர் மேக்னிட்யூட் ஆஃப் தி டூ மாசஸ் ன்னு சொல்லலாம். யூ கேன் சே magnitude of the two masses. So how can we say the gravitational force F directly proportional to product of the mass of the two charges. Product of the mass of the two charges. Okay. Now we go for the second point. The second point we have written here, electrostatic force between two charges can be attractive or repulsive depending on the nature of the charges. So what they are trying to say here? You know, the nature of the charges, it is going to be attractive or repulsive. Suppose you are going to take the two charges, this Q1 and Q2. If you take plus Q1 and plus Q2, you will get the attractive force. You will get the attractive force. Or you are going to get the minus Q1, or you are going to get the minus Q1 and minus Q2. Then you will get the actually plus Q1 and plus Q1. You are going to get the repulsive force because similar charges will get repelled. And there is a minus and minus again. Then you are also going to get the repulsive force. Suppose if you are going to take minus Q1 and plus Q2, you are going to get the attractive. So whenever you are taking the similar charges, you are going to get the repulsive. Whenever you are going to get the dissimilar charges, actually unlike charges, you are going to get the attractive force. So this particular point, whenever you are going to take the similar charges, you will get repulsive forces. Whenever you are going to get the dissimilar charges or unlike charges, you are going to get the attractive forces. Okay, now we come for this gravitational force. Gravitational force always attractive. It's not having, the masses are not having plus or minus. It's always positive. Masses we are taking only positive. நம்ம பாசிட்டிவ் மட்டும் தான் எடுத்துப்போம் மாஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். அதனால attractive force மட்டும் தான் இங்க கிடைக்கும். Okay, next we go for the point 3. The value of K is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square C power minus 2. That is what I am trying to explain here. K is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square C power minus 2. This value you look at here, this is a very very huge value. It is a very very huge value. That is what the reason K is always having the higher value. So electrostatic forces always greatest in magnitude. Electrostatic forces always have greatest magnitude because this constant value has got huge value. That is what the reason electrostatic force is very huge. Okay, now we come for this side, gravitational force. The value of G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg power minus 2. You look at this particular value 10 to the power minus 11, which is very small value, so that whenever you are taking very small amount of masses, smaller masses, smaller object, you will get very less amount of the force comparative with the electrostatic force. So now we move on to the point number 4. That the electrostatic force depends nature of the medium between the two charges. Suppose we are going to take two charges. This is the Q1 and this is the Q2. Both are separated by the air or vacuum. Air குள்ள வச்சிருக்கோம் அப்படினா இது ரெண்டு கடையில இருக்கக்கூடிய ஃபோர்ஸ் ஒரு வேல்யூ இருக்கும். சப்போஸ் இது ரெண்டு கடையில இருக்கக்கூடிய வேல்யூவை ஒரு வாட்டர் வச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. இதுல வந்து ஒரு வாட்டர், ரெண்டு கடையில ஒரு வாட்டர் அப்படிங்கற ஒரு மீடியம் வெச்சுக்கோம். சோ வாட்டர் அப்படிங்கற மீடியம் வைக்கிறோம், இல்லனா ஒரு கெரோசின் வச்சுக்கிறோம், இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது மெட்டீரியல் உள்ள வச்சிருப்போம், ஒரு கிளாஸ் குள்ளர வச்சிருப்போம் அப்படினா the value of the electrostatic force is going to be changed. It is depends upon the nature of the medium. So when we considering this electrostatic force always depends upon the medium in between the two charges. But here it is independent of the nature of the medium. The gravitational force independent of the nature of the medium. Whether it is a water, whether it is a glass, whether it is a kerosene, whatever it may be. இது ரெண்டு கடையில ரெண்டு மாஸ் கடையில மீடியம் என்னவா இருந்தாலும் சரி, இது M1 இது M2 ரெண்டு மாஸ் இருக்கு, இது கடையில இருக்கக்கூடிய மீடியம் என்னவா இருந்தாலும் whatever may be the medium, the force is not going to be changed. The gravitational force never going to be changed. Okay, we come to the fifth point. If the charges are in motion, so when there are two charges, whenever the charges is in motion, there is a attractive force or repulsive force is there, but whenever the charges are moving, there is a one more force is coming to play. There is another one force is coming to play. That force is known as Lorentz force. That comes into play in addition to the Coulomb's force. Coulomb force விட அடிஷனா லாரன்ஸ் ஃபோர்ஸ் இன்னொரு ஃபோர்ஸ் கிரியேட் ஆகும். இதுல இந்த எலக்ட்ரோஸ்டாட்டிக் ஃபோர்ஸ் லா பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் கூலும்ஸ் லா பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் சரியா, கூலும்ஸ் லா பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் நமக்கு இப்படி கிடைக்கும். சப்போஸ் when we are using the same force, whether the masses are rest or in motion, என்னது ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மாஸ் மூவ் ஆனாலும் சரி மூவ் ஆகாட்டியும் சரி, என்னது we will get only one force, that is what attractive force. So this is what about the difference between electrostatic force and gravitational force. Thank you. We'll see the next session.